Hello everyone, Dan here from Sherp ET. This past weekend we were invited to a party. It was a retirement, wedding, birthday party, celebration. I'll say it's a whole bunch of things all rolled into one. And it was at a great venue. Good friend of mine has a retired motocross track and just made it fantastic. It is a basic paradise. Got a nice little pond there. It's like 15 feet deep. Don't hold me to that, but he really did a nice job. Even got a little waterfall as you'll see on the side. The kids, all the adults, everybody had a blast. So what we did is just did some various things in the pond, a little bit of stuff back in the marsh. Hope you enjoy it. So during this event, there was some great music playing. They had karaoke all set up. It was just an overall great time. I'm not going to share any of that because I want to make sure I don't violate any copyright issues. So when doing things like this, in my opinion, there really isn't a big concern for water getting into the Sherp. The part that you have to watch out for is when you are at a really radical angle. If that water gets where the vents are on top, which is about 3/4 of the way up those wheels, that's going to create some issues. For what it's worth, when you see water coming out like that, it's nice and white and moving. You're in third gear, basically that's about max speed for those wheels to have enough friction, shall we say, in the water without cavitating. I was hoping eventually to have the Sherp out there and kind of use it as a swimming/diving platform. Unfortunately, towards the end of the day, a storm kicked up. It was quite a mess and kind of cut things a little bit short. But prior to that, the weather was gorgeous. It was beautiful outside. So as you can probably tell, the water there is pretty deep. I'm not touching the bottom at all. And when you have one side that goes up before the other, it has a tendency to be at that angle like that. It's a little bit uncomfortable when you're not used to it. But notice, I'm not ripping up the grass. There's really not an issue at all. Now, could I try to do that? Sure, but I don't want to do that. Right now there's probably about, I'd say, 80 millimeters of mercury in those tires. Again, that's probably, I don't know, 1.5 psi. And no, the tires do not have to be inflated for the Sherp to float. That's just a little added benefit, shall we say.
How was your ride? Yeah, were you scared? No, not even when you guys almost tipped over? Okay, cool.
You can get thrown around, okay? So let's go. We're gonna show you.
Bye, Mom.
So typically when new passengers come in, show them where to hold on to, show them where to brace their feet, and tell them not to hold on to that back window.
Okay, Mira, have a good time. I might come with you.
I've said it over and over again, if you're not perfectly perpendicular to the surface that you're going up, it's gonna go to the side, especially when you're in deep water like this. But I was kind of playing with that a little bit. Oh, did you see that? Fish jumped right behind us as we were playing. Ain't that something? And nobody knows about this, but this is what we call the Sherp Dance. Take a look. And in slow motion. The following, conducted by the Sherp, has a tendency to scare the crap out of people. Typically, when entering the water at a high rate of speed, water has a tendency to get up on the windshield.
So they're telling me right now that that wasn't fun at all. Is that correct? It was fun? What was the funnest part? Going up the curb? Did water come up to the back of the window or not? It did. Did you see the water in the front? No? How far did it go up? That was good.
You can take a hand, even if you're
You
not
can take a hand.
Not too shy.
It's okay.
All right, you guys, tell me about your experience.
It was awesome.
You'll have to talk to the one in the blue.
How was yours?
Oh, that was so much fun.
Were you scared?
Yeah, a little bit. The guy that was driving kind of scared me a little bit.
Yeah, he's a little
Seems like he's a professional though. So
right,
I'll
right.
give him that.
Okay, thank
Right.
you.
I'm ready for round 2.
Okay.
Quick call to Joe for using his drone and capturing some of the stuff that we didn't really capture on video. Like I said, later in the day, the weather started getting pretty nasty, so I was trying to do some things fairly quickly. This is back in the middle of a farm field. This area right here has a lot of cattails that are in it, and various just undergrowth. This kind of stuff, if you would walk in it, you would probably be up to your knees in muck. Not exactly sure which trip is actually being captured on this video right now, going with the drone. So it looks like it's muddy right there, so I'm guessing this is a little bit later. This might have been right after a rain occurred, but I'm not 100% sure of that. The last one, there was probably an inch, maybe 2 inches of water that was in various areas back here in this marsh. Some dead trees and stuff. We mowed over those things, got those things out of the way. And we even went through some trees that were still alive, but the only trees that we would actually just kind of go through are trees that are junk, trees that shouldn't be there in the first place. Beautiful property. We did see 2 deer while we were playing, so that was kind of cool. And they were going right on the trail that we just created. So I think it kind of makes some deer fairly happy that they can walk in an area and be able to see what they're doing versus the other stuff.
Okay, so we're in a swamp, fairly in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how else to say that. We've got people back here, first timers. Julie, she's a pro. She's almost fell out the window.
Almost fell out the back
She's
window.
taking the biggest hit so far.
Falling out the window is bad. Okay, so we're going through the swampy stuff, so let's see what happens here. Will the Sherp be able to make it through? First gear, no throttle. Yeah, it seems to be fine. Not very stinky yet either. That was kind of stupid even.
Well, we're coming into this video, and yes, indeed, Julie and a number of others really took quite a fall in the back of the Sherp. We were going up an incline, and they ended up actually opening up the back window while we were climbing up something. So a pretty scary situation. Thank God nobody was hurt. Appreciate you everybody watching. Thanks for subscribing. Have a great day.